Hi guys, back here by another video. So now we're doing.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Trend Central. Now, in today's video, what I have for you are 10 photos that will trick your brain. Now, make sure you leave a like on this video, and do not forget to subscribe to never miss out on future uploads.
Yes.
Now, if you do subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new videos. And also, let me know you have subscribed by commenting, I subscribed. And I'll make sure to reply to as many of you as possible. But with all that said, let's get right into today's video. Number 10. The picture on screen may seem like it has 4 crooked striped blue lines. However, all the blue lines on screen are actually perfectly straight. It's the black and white squares that trick our brain into thinking they're crooked. Number 9. You should be seeing a pattern with 2 squares on each side of the photo. Now, if you move your head from side to side, you will notice that the squares in the middle start to move. But really, it's just our eyes tricking our brain. The reason why this happens is due to how our eyes perceive light and dark light rays. Number 8. The 2 circles you are seeing right now may seem like a random pattern. However, when you focus on the yellow dot in the middle of the screen and move your head back and forth, the circles appear to
do it. You guys can do it also. You guys can do it now. Okay, now I'm doing like a second thing, like this. You do like a second thing like this, and then you need to move your head back and forth, then you can see it in the dot moving. Cool.
rotating, when really the image isn't moving at all. It's just your brain getting confused. Number 7. When looking at this picture, black dots will appear in the white circle intersections all around the picture. However, you won't be able to directly look at the black dots as they disappear once you focus on them. Number 6. The pattern you see may appear to be warping whenever you move your head from side to side, but really it's just a still image, and the reason it appears to move is because the color white turns our retina receptor on, and black turns it off. So, due to this constantly happening, it appears to be warping when really it's not. Number 5. How many triangles can you see? Many would say 2, but really, there is 0. This is called negative space, and the reason why we see triangles is because our brain is good at recognizing patterns and filling in the blank space. Number 4. Most people, by looking at this picture, will say that the orange circle on the right is bigger than the orange circle on the left. However, the orange circles are exactly the same size, and it's the circles surrounding them that tricks our eyes into thinking that one is bigger than the other. Number 3. The checkerboard, as you can see right now, has 2 tiles marked with the letters A and B. Now, at first glance, it appears that tile A is a darker color than tile B. However, they are exactly the same color, and it's the shade from the cylinder that creates this effect. Crazy, right?
Yep, crazy.
Number 2. The portrait you see has 2 pictures of 2 different people over each other, one male and the other female. Now, from afar, you can clearly see the female, but as it gets closer, the male appears. The reason this happens is because both portraits are colored with different shades. Number 1. There are 2 red lines on this picture, and just by looking at it, you automatically would say that the red line on the left is bigger than the red line on the right. Now, I know it's hard to believe, but both lines are exactly the same, and it's just a perspective illusion. Anyway, those have been 10 crazy optical illusions. Was your mind blown from any of these pictures? Let us know down in the comments.
So?
Riddles are a fun way to test your brain power. They're in the form of simple questions, but the answers are anything but easy. If you're ready to put your mind to the test, subscribe to our channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Let's see how many of these 10 tricky riddles you can answer correctly. Are you ready?
Thumbs up
Let's
also
go.
for me.
Number 10. 2 fathers and 2 sons go fishing. Each of them catches 1 fish. So why do they bring home 3 fish in total?
To be
The
hungry?
answer is the fishing group consists of a grandfather, his son, and his grandson. There are
Oh.
3 generations of men on the trip in total, and they each brought home 1 fish each. Number 9. A basket contains 5 apples. How would you divide them among 5 kids so that each kid has 1 apple and 1 apple stays in the basket? The answer to this question is simple. You will give 4 kids 1 apple each, and the 5th kid will get the basket with the apple inside. Pretty tricky, right? Number 8. If you've gotten the first questions correct, you're doing an awesome job. But we're pretty sure this next riddle will definitely leave you stumped. When you have me, you feel like sharing me. But if you do share me, you don't have me. What am I? The answer is a secret. When people have a secret, they're dying to share it with someone. And when they do share it, it's no longer considered a secret. Number 7. Okay, this next riddle is a tough one, so listen to the question very carefully if you want to get it right. Are you ready? Here we go. What is as light as a feather, but even the world's strongest man couldn't hold it for more than 2 minutes? The answer is his breath. Ricardo Bahia of Brazil holds the Guinness World Record for holding his breath underwater for over 20 minutes. But for most people in good health, they can hold their breath on average for approximately 2 minutes. Number 6. Okay, here's another difficult riddle that really stumped us. A certain 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add
You
2
guys
letters
got-
to it. What's the word?
There we go.
The answer is short. When you add the
Do you
letters E
got-
and R to the end of the word short, you get the word shorter. Get it? Number 5. How are you doing so far? If you've been stumped a couple of times, there's no need to worry. These riddles are definitely tricky, but let's give this next question a shot. I go all around the world, but I still stay in a corner. Who am I?
Holding?
If you said a postage stamp, go ahead and give yourself a high 5. When you
Yeah.
affix a stamp onto an envelope, you can mail it anywhere in the world, but the stamp will always remain in the corner of the envelope. Number 4. Here's another tricky question for you. What occurs once in every minute, twice in every moment, yet never in 1,000 years? Do you give up? The answer is the letter M. There's only 1 M in the word minute, 2 M's in the word moment, and the words 1,000 years have no M's at all. Number 3. Here's another riddle that will really boggle your mind. 2 girls were born to the same mother on the same day at the same time in the same month and year, and yet they're not twins. How can this be? The answer is the 2 babies are part of a set of triplets. This would explain why they have the same mother and were born on the same exact day and at the same time. Number 2. Don't be so hard on yourself if this next question drives you crazy, because it's definitely a tough one. Are you ready? Here it goes. I can only live where there is light, but I die if light shines on me. What am I?
Vampire. The vampire?
Do you give up? The answer is a shadow. When
What?
the light hits, the shadow disappears. Number 1. Here's the last question, and it's definitely a tough one. Which word in the English language has 9 letters and remains a word at each step, even when you remove 1 letter from it right up to a single letter remaining?
I don't know English. You guys can think of yourself.
The answer is startling. When you begin removing letters, it becomes the word starting. If you take away the second T, it becomes staring. If you keep removing letters, it will eventually become the word string, sting, sing, sin, in, and I. Did we leave you stumped? How many of these riddles did you get correct? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs
Mana
up.
sa comment
Let us know in the
sila
comments
ni
below,
Got
and don't
SL
forget to give this video a
riddles
big
right.
thumbs
The last video.
Did you know you can learn a lot about how smart, artistic, social, and confident you are through a series of pictures? If you're ready to learn more about yourself, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. We'll run you through some questions that will help you determine what kind of personality you really have. The vanity photo. Paula's
Yes,
vanity is a
Robin.
photo drawn by artist Charles Allen Gilbert in the late 1800s, and it can tell a lot about your personality. When you look at this picture, what's the first thing you see? If the first thing you notice is the woman in the mirror, it means you're a very romantic person. But you could be suffering from a lack of self-confidence. If you saw the skull first, it means you're a rebel, and you love to live life on the edge. Scenic picture. In this artwork, what's the first image your eyes are drawn to? If you first notice the face, it means you're a very creative person, and you love things that are colorful and beautiful. If you saw the rocky cliff first, it means your emotions are always up and down, and you suffer from mood swings. If you saw the dog first, it means you're a social butterfly with a lot of friends, and many people are drawn to your positive outlook on life. The spinning girl. This image of the spinning girl has been determining people's personalities for years. When you look at this image, do you see the girl spinning clockwise or counterclockwise? If you see her spinning counterclockwise, it means you're very organized and analytical in the way you think. If you see her spinning clockwise, it means you're very insightful and you love anything related to art. If you're one of the few who can see her spinning in both directions, it means you probably have a very high IQ. The Rorschach ink blot. The Rorschach test consists of a series of ink blots that psychologists use to determine a person's personality. When you look at this ink blot, what's the first thing you see? If you see two figures leaning forward, it means you're a very patient person who's constantly thinking. If you see a racing car, babies, devils, or two cubs, it means you have a very vivid imagination. If you see a dentist chair, it means you're very generous to those in your life, but you're also a very sensitive person.
Okay.
If you see a woman lying down, it means you're very easily distracted. And if you see two figures about to invade another figure, it means you start a lot of projects, but you have trouble completing them. Pick one image. There were many images in this photo, but which image stands out the most? Is it the moon and the light on the water, the person surfing, or the whale? If you first notice the whale, it means you're very inquisitive when it comes to thinking about your purpose in life. If you saw the moon and the light on the water first, it means you're extremely optimistic. And if you saw the person surfing, it means you're full of confidence and you remain level-headed no matter what situation you're in. Crocodile, a boat, or mountains. In this next image, what do you see? Do you see mountains and water, people on a boat, or a crocodile? If you see mountains and water, it means you have a lot of friends and people generally like you. If you see people on a boat, it means you're very social and you love being in group settings. If you see a crocodile, it means you have a very wild imagination. Ink blot. We have another ink blot from the Rorschach test. What do you see this time around? If you see someone sticking out their tongue or a clown face, it means you have a very active social life. If you see a lady above dolphins, it means you're very charismatic. And if you see a plush and cuddly toy, it means you have the tendency to always dwell on the past. Apple, butterfly, or knife. In this next photo, do you see an apple, a butterfly, or a knife? If you see an apple, it means you have the ability to turn a negative situation into a positive. If you see a butterfly, it means you have a healthy range of emotions and you're a very stable person. If you see a knife, it means you're very adventurous and you're always down to have a good time. Man hidden inside coffee beans. Inside these hundreds of coffee beans is the image of a man's face. Can you see him? The man's face is located in the lower left-hand corner. If it took you 3 seconds or less to spot him, it means the right side of your brain is very active. This is the side that's responsible for performing creative and artistic tasks. 2 images in 1. In this photo, do you see the front of an old man's face or the back of a woman's head? If you saw the old man's face first, it means you're very loyal and you're a natural-born leader. If you saw the woman's face first, it means you're full of positive energy and you always remain optimistic and positive no matter what. Did you learn anything new about yourself?
Okay guys, this is the end of the video.
Leave us a
Subscribe
comment down
for
below and
my
don't forget
channel
to give this
and
video a big
say
thumbs up.
people go comment below, say I subscribed. Then give us 10,000 thumbs up, please, and we can get the golden play button, thumbs up button, exactly for the video. Okay, bye.